After nearly 5 decades in the tow business, it's a first for Ken. A recovery from the deck of a barge.
Really excited about it. We've never done a recovery off one before.
The car was climbing a back road when it skidded off the edge, tumbling 300 feet. Before slamming into a tree, escaping a 70-foot plunge into the waters below. Incredibly, the driver survived.
He's really lucky. That could have been a total different story.
It was Dylan who scouted the job and floated the idea to use a barge.
We're going to be recovering the vehicle down the hill instead of up the hill.
High above the lake, a third operator is part of the plan.
Somewhere up here on the left-hand side.
Ryan Marshall.
Jeez, that's a long ways down.
Now Ryan must scale down the 70-degree slope to rig to the wreck.
I'm gonna be using a 600-foot line.
I'm one of the only drivers who can actually rappel.
But even for an experienced climber,
Holy.
descending the nearly vertical slope is a risky task.
We gotta make our way down slowly and carefully.
Hey, Ryan, be careful in case that car lets go.
Quick to crumble, the shale slope plants Ryan in an unsettling position.
Ryan has climbing gear on, but it is still a very dangerous spot.
Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Whoa, Ryan. Ryan.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's to the left of me here.
Safely at the wreck,
Man, that guy must have went for a hell of a ride.
Ryan spots Dylan below and tosses a line. But Dylan
Right now, we're in the landing zone.
Yeah,
and Ken
and just you winch it with one and you let it down with the other.
view the job from opposing angles.
I don't see this car bouncing. That's the only thing.
Well, I can see it coming through here, hitting really bad.
Operating the 1-ton from the barge, Dylan wants to use a single winch line to pull the car down. But for more control, Ken wants to add a second line for a softer landing. With Ken's overarching concerns,
Let's hook a safety line and be safe.
Dylan is overruled.
I'd sooner be safe than sorry.
Feed that out to me, Ken.
Dylan gets on board
Whatever it takes to get the job done.
and climbs up to help Ryan rig.
You want this cable going through this snatch block?
Do that snatch block to that tree, back to the car.
Ryan and Dylan rig on a tough angle.
See the trailer hitch in the back end?
Yeah.
Yeah, rocker to the trailer hitch.
And even with the security of 2 lines,
Ah, you're good there.
gravity rules. Dylan works the controls
Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go.
while Ken steers the crew into the unknown.
Line's starting to go tight. Keep pulling. Hey, car's moving!
The car still clings to the tree.
When you see that line go tight, that's when we start letting her go down.
But as it turns,
Spun it around, eh?
the wreck
Easy.
could go for a ride.
Once you free it from there, that car can come down like a toboggan.
Here it comes. Heads up. Okay, hold it.
The car is now facing down,
This line. There you go. You got it.
and one line is still holding.
There you go.
Like a pulley system, one line secured to a tree will lower the car, while another line gently pulls it down the bank.
There we go.
The wreck is on the barge.
Not every day you see a recovery like this.
But the car is still upside down.
Go to the backside, this side, Ken.
Oils, gas could leak out. It goes into the lake.
There we go.
And the ramp is just 15 feet wide.
Okay. Pick your back one now.
We don't have a whole lot of room, and we got water on each side.
Don't go off. Don't go off. Let her down. Whoop.
Ken and Dylan have little margin for the last maneuver. To bring it home,
Okay.
Ken takes the controls.
Sitting around, it's not me.
Keep going. Straighten it right out so it's straight.
And Mission Towing's first barge-based recovery sails into the books.
Okay.
I have no choice. I have to have the whole highway shut down.
I need you and Robert up here flagging. Fast.
A spring storm has hit the mountains near Hope, British Columbia.
Anybody know what's going on with Highway 3? Probably a couple inches, but it's snowing all the way across to Sunday Summit.
Sunday Summit is the second highest point of elevation on the southern route, with 1,000-foot drop-offs beside the narrow road.
It's skinny, it's windy, it's up, it's down. You gotta be on your game to play on this road.
Highway 3 is not to be forgotten about. It has all the dangers of the Coquihalla and more.
A Super B loaded with lumber that has slid off the road.
I think it'll be a pretty easy job.
It's a pull-up. I've done thousands of them. Get my line out, pull the guy up, kick him free.
But the truck's driver knows it's worse than it looks.
The road listed that way, and I just started sliding over into the ditch.
The B-Train's tractor and its two trailers are leaning hard to one side.
Truck's running and everything okay? Yeah. Okay, I'll pull some line out and we'll get this done.
The highway is still open.
I'm gonna try and see if he's gonna come out easy.
Scott gets to work pulling on the front of the 60-ton Super B.
Come on.
But it's a struggle to get the tractor back onto the road.
Come on.
The fully loaded trailer refuses to budge.
Gravity is my biggest enemy right now.
Scott will have to try another approach to get the heavy trailers to move.
I need you and Robert up here flagging. Fast.
Closing the highway will give Scott room to pull from the side.
Narrow truck's coming up and then Scotty's coming out.
Be stopping all traffic.
It's not a pull-up. It's a pull-out. It makes a whole big difference to what I'm gonna be doing here.
Scott rigs two double lines to the lead trailer to work the lumber truck back onto the road.
There's not a mark on this truck or trailer anywhere. The load's perfectly intact. So now the pressure's really on.
With more than half the B train out of the ditch, Scott re-rigs for another attempt at pulling from the front.
I'm really confident I can get this job done.
This will be the final pull.
I'm thinking it's just gonna be a walk in the park.
But the rear trailer
Steer it! Steer!
is putting up a fight.
I noticed the back trailer is starting to tip over.
100,000 pounds of lumber threatens to spill.
If the back trailer goes over, it's gonna take the front trailer and it's gonna take the truck over. And if I'm the guy that flips that thing over, I'm gonna be kicking rocks down the road looking for a new job.
Damn it.
Weighing more than 100,000 pounds, the tilted V-train went off the road.
Unfortunately, we're right on the verge of tipping the thing over. Sometimes they look easy and they're not quite as easy as they look. And it's right at a very crucial point right now that if I do the wrong thing, I'm gonna have a big problem.
Working with only one truck, Scott repositions to try and break the back of the B train free.
With a truck and a set of trailers and a load, it's nothing for $400,000 to be sitting there. So I don't want to screw it up.
Just made a thing into a good thing. Now we'll go do this midsection.
Finally, both fully loaded trailers are back onto the road.
Hey, I have another problem.
But at the front of the rig,
So it won't start.
It won't start?
Nope.
all the fuel has shifted into one of the tractor's 2 tanks.
All of his fuel's gone down to the downside tank.
The driver can't start the truck.
She ain't gonna run. Now I have one more situation I gotta deal with before he can drive away.
Okay, I gotta try and false start this fella here.
Okay, drivers, Scotty's almost got him out. Not much longer.
Excellent. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, let the clutch down. Let's try and jump start it now.
If the clutch start works, the driver should be able to get on his way.
Give me a thumbs up if it's running. We'll pull over just up here and we'll cut you loose.
Loretta, let your traffic go.
Good job.
Okay, bud. Take care.
Okay, man. I'm going for the road.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a grunt, but we got her done.
This vehicle was stolen, pushed over the cliff. It's gonna be a huge job.
Okay, there's our truck down there.
After navigating the narrow, winding road,
Let's have a look, see what we're up against.
Ken's crew arrives at the lost pickup.
So I'm thinking right here.
Already on scene,
Craig, come and listen too.
is Mission's handy woodsman, Craig Hookey.
We can't bring this up here. There's a huge stump here higher than me.
We got a lot of obstacles in the way. It's gonna be a tough one.
So if we get this tree out of the way, Craig, he's pretty quick with the saw.
Okay.
Just stay away from the blade.
Yeah.
When you're cutting the logs and the trees out of the way, it's very unstable ground.
carving out a path.
Oh, there he goes.
Craig clears the way
Tell him to cut a little smaller so they're not so heavy.
for the recovery to begin.
He says cut them bigger so I can grow big and strong like you guys.
So don't fall. The biggest barriers out of the way.
And hot.
Ken's crew
We'll bring the chains down and get hooked up while we're down there. Okay.
prepares to rig.
There's one. Got another one coming.
Go ahead. Nice, right to me.
With 2 lines from the 35-ton wrecker attached to the rear of the pickup, Ken will try to winch the wreck up to the road. Craig stands by for the winch lines.
Give me the cable. Okay.
And 73-year-old Dick volunteers to bring them down.
This is one we want hooked on the driver's side of the truck, okay?
Okay. I wouldn't have Dick crawling up and down this hill.
Rather than wait for somebody to scurry up the hill,
That bank is pretty soft.
over the bank I go. We're getting there.
Dick arrives
I can reach it now.
at the bottom,
Like we talked about.
Yeah, one on either side.
and the 50-foot-long cables
All right, we're touching the bumper there, Dick.
reach the wreck.
We put 2 lines on this truck. Gives us a lot of options on bringing this up.
How's it coming good?
Take it away. There you go.
But just as the pickup is in a steady climb,
That's a big log.
the mission crew
Here's where we're gonna run into problems.
You're hung up on the log right up under the dip.
is in a jam.
Watch it. Truck's getting tight.
With the pickup's front wheels caught on a log, Ken takes matters
You gotta walk it over the log.
into his own hands.
That's the beauty about 2 lines.
You can bring it up the path you want to bring it up.
Okay, Dick, am I okay there?
Yeah, you're good there.
Now it's a race
Hurry up, we're burning daylight.
to fish the wreck up to the road.
We got to get this job done. We don't want to be on this road in the dark.
But as the pickup crests the road,
See, you should have come back a little further.
it's on a collision course
Keep going.
with the final obstacle.
Okay, watch it, just watch it. We're catching on that rock. Craig, get out of the way.
But the 10,000-pound load starts to swing. Adding a single line from the 1-ton to pull the pickup sideways, the light-duty truck and 35-ton must work together to land it onto the road.
Rock, it's tightening.
Working together,
Just keep going, Rock.
Easy.
the 2 mission wreckers
Keep going. It's sliding right along the rock. Nice.
finally reel it in.
Ken is fishing for wrecks today. Take her home.
Take her home.
You got a big one. Nice.
Lower your boom.
Just a second. I'll go like this, Dick. Take it, Brock. Take it.
Take her home, Rock.
After 5 hours on the remote recovery,
He's got her.
Ken's crew comes through. The truck jackknifed and crashed through the guardrail. All that's holding it from a 600-foot free fall is a single tree.
Uh-oh.
And that's not the only problem.
The trailer and the tractor may not be connected together. If we started pulling on the tractor and the trailer wasn't hooked up, we'd be in a mess of trouble. Then the trailer would go like this. So is this fifth wheel still hooked up? Yeah, it's on then.
Wheel's on.
Yeah, okay.
But there's no frame here. That frame looks broke right there. He's buckled in half.
Unbelievable.
The trailer is still connected, but the fifth wheel plate holding it is cracked in half.
Might be a cutter.
Adam hooks up a line to secure the trailer just in case the tree gives way. Jamie is worried about the semi separating.
And then just two low lines to it.
And we have to be fairly delicate about what we're doing.
And then it doesn't go down anywhere, right? So you've got it.
We have to make sure that we're not going to put too much pressure on it.
And then I'll come back right up to this thing that way.
The highway has been closed for going on 2 hours now.
So you know what? It doesn't look like it's going to open anytime soon. No, you can't go anywhere. You're pretty much stuck.
Whatever they're going to do, they need to do it fast.
You know, we could have some troubles with this truck frame. It's a bit pretty flipsy-flopsy, so Adam will hold on to the back end of the trailer no matter what.
We decided not to do anything much more with the trailer for fear of damaging it.
His plan is to use the rotator to ease the cab out and hope the trailer comes with it.
Okay, guys, you want to probably stand back a bit. Better let you pull it. Pull back a bit, yeah. Hey, hold on to it. Hey, stop for a minute. Is that thing hammered?
The cab's rear axle is broken and dragging.
You know, the axle is actually rolling underneath it and creates more resistance.
Hold it. Tell me, hold it.
They get it out, only to discover that the cab is even more damaged than they'd thought.
Wow, spare parts. I think she's like a single axle now, eh, Bob?
Yeah, you took her right out.
Yeah.
That landing gear okay? Wow.
But the trailer's vital signs are good.
Landing gear works. How do we luck out that way? So the trailer's pretty good then, really.
You didn't rip it off.
I know.
A 5-minute job has now taken over an hour, and the highway is still closed. The intact landing gear means another cab can hook up and get Christmas back on track. But first, they need to disconnect it from the fractured fifth wheel.
I'm trying to pull the kingpin here, but the frame rails are bent right together, like, holy
Jaws lock around a kingpin, linking the trailer to the cab. When the lever is pulled, it should release the jaws.
So when the jaws went around the trailer kingpin, they either bent or twisted somehow when the truck went down.
Totally clear. Murphy.
Adam tries using a chain to pull the release lever.
What do we do? What do we do? Ready? What about lowering the trailer down a bit on it?
Adam lowers the landing gear, hoping to shift the weight off the lever.
Hold it.
Nope.
When all else fails, Jamie turns to the biggest tool he's got, the rotator. He lifts the front of the cab, shifting pressure off the plate, while Adam uses a ratchet to pull the lever.
Right there.
Oh, right, oh. Moving now, is it?
Yeah, it's going.
There we are. Got her there.
Got her?
You betcha.
Watch full episodes on the Weather Channel and the Weather Channel TV app.